persistent drought has lengthened the crocodile's body, making it the only place where it can mate within a radius of dozens of kilometers, and at the same time helping the sixth baby crocodile to meet before the harvest season, just to cover the blanket. Stay home and stay warm, and it will naturally have fresh ingredients delivered to your door. Although anyone with eyes can see that there are crocodiles here, Mr. Lou, but the deer is not a wise person. Even if it knows who has leather shoes, the deer is so hungry and thirsty that it has to take risks, because if he doesn't eat grass, he will starve to death without drinking. Water can really kill a crocodile. He brazenly pays the price by burying himself under the eyes of these deer. The crocodile holds the water resources in his hands, and is not afraid that no prey will come to him. Even if this group of angry people discovers his intentions, it will not affect the next group of crocodiles who come to drink water. Come drink water and choose a triangle. Then it became clear that this was the perfect place for an ambush. He twisted his limbs and swayed his waist, trying to sink into the water as smoothly as possible, letting the objects floating on the water cover his body. Once all is said and done, the crocodile just needs to make sure he doesn't fall asleep when the road to paradise comes. From the perspective of the high-altitude camera, the crocodile was indeed perfectly hidden. Even if its mother came, she might not find it. Not to mention that the roadside monkeys who only wanted to drink water had already seen through all of this, but this bad guy showed the ability to ignore things. The next step was the crocodile performance. Within 10 seconds, the crocodile's eyes did not blink. One crocodile choked and fell into a puddle. Such speed surprised all the animals present. Cheyenne Lu loved them and ran away. They were glad that they were not the ones admitted. Of course, their companions sacrificed their lives live for justice. Crocodile will be too busy for a while. At this time, the puddle has become the safest source of drinking water it can comfortably sing boldly. This African buffalo has been attacked by a lion. Your strength at this time is clearly serious. I don't know how a female lion is strong enough to cause chaos in his hometown. You can see the lion's belly. Death is already dry. Believe me, I haven't eaten in days. Luckily, today's buffalo harvest was enough to keep this herd of lions going for a week, but even at our airport, we never thought that these two-legged hind beasts were actually a delicacy, delicious and rare. Turning his back towards the four-wheeled vehicle shows that the lion has complete trust in the two-legged beast, even forming a special ink mark between them. When they sense danger from the herd, they know to approach Professor Liang's four-wheeled vehicle to ask for help, while buffaloes are better able to withstand four-wheeled vehicles. Therefore, when the buffalo in the picture saw the four-wheeled vehicle coming towards him, it was still a bit timid and did not dare run forward. So it was the Twalots and the lion who surrounded the buffalo. In the end, it was natural for the buffalo to be defeated. There were two adult male lions at the scene, making the lion's beef feast as stable as an old dog. The experienced lioness pulled out the poisonous buffalo to protect her unique. This is the protruding part of the buffalo that is easiest to eat, and is also the part that is easiest to bite open the mango. Hyenas are quite experienced in this matter, especially when encountering large prey. With this outstanding convex, round and plump shape, lychee becomes a breakthrough for them to bite and tear apart prey. So, my dear, that thing is too big, and that's not a good thing either, especially when you visit the zoo for the second time. Thanks to the support of the male lion, several lion cubs in the family and a very good training plan, in front of the giant buffalo's body, they are like a group of cute little dogs. Facing the buffalo without any painful bite may seem formal, but in fact it's quite casual. Only when the buffalo runs out of breath, does the male lion release the buffalo and lie down on the ground to eat with the lion cub. Putting the whole process together, it can be seen that the lion's IQ is really not low. You say that if herbivores are not united, how can they be opponents of lions? Unfortunately, this antelope weighing nearly 1 ton was bitten on the hind leg by a crocodile while drinking water. What's even more unfortunate is that just after escaping the crocodile, he encountered this lioness on the shore. This tall and bulky herbivore that, once injured, is essentially a clone of the crocodile death penalty. At this time, the lioness did not choose the largest shelter but continued to attack the antelope's injured hind leg. The intense pain caused the antelope to lose direction. He no longer knew how to escape the lioness's entanglement, so he could only pull the model forward until he was exhausted and fell into Luhan's lap. The lioness took this opportunity to turn the antelope upside down, making it unable to move at all. The entire body of the antelope is meat. It seems likely that the meat yield rate of quite a few animals of this size would be very high. It's not like I made a lot of money this time. Even if I could find food for this junk for a week, I basically wouldn't have any more food left. Compared to the antelope's body shape, it seems much smaller. He was basically incapable of making any effective estimates for the antelope. If the antelope were not injured, martial artist Dang Bing would not easily place it on an antelope several times larger than himself. His output nothing works. The head-turning mode bites straight into the antelope's mouth, but this type of strangling close to the wild sheep's horn is actually a very dangerous operation. Fortunately, the antelope's neck is thick and short, so the moon-looking back tactic is basically impossible. This gives the priest enough space to shake and bite hard until the antelope's mouth is crushed, and the antelope cannot breathe. At this time, the antelope was indeed very uncomfortable, both legs were seriously injured, and was killed by the lioness from the neck up. Even though it was extremely strong, it could no longer stand up and resist. At this time, the antelope was screaming every day, because he had no companions to support him, nor did he have health insurance for both legs. Just because his orders were not respected, he had to survive in the deserted steppe others slaughtered. What to say? The truth is too cruel. This is a classic image of a lioness hunting wildebeest. It must be said that the wildebeest's sense of defense is already there. Kneel down and press the horns on your head, and at the same time follow the movements of the lioness's body, always maintaining the sharp horn pairing pattern to form an attack pattern. This is the best defense the wildebeest has under the unique conditions it has, but even with its stiff legs and courage it cannot challenge the status of the lion female, and it is only natural that it will eventually be placed on a platter by the lioness female lion. I woke up at 8 and sent it anyway. This is why she's daily eating and sleeping times are the same, especially in this grassland in front of her. The lion's life is extremely stable, the wildebeest feast is in front of her, can be said to be beautiful, right? Whenever lions want to eat, they just need to send 1 or 2 representatives to rush towards the wildebeest herd. Basically they will get something. In just a few seconds, this lioness will from a herd of wildebeest to a herd of wildebeest. Among hundreds of wildebeests, 1 wildebeest was violated. The fact that the lioness was able to catch the wildebeest so easily was largely due to her companion's inaction. When her companion was strangled by the lioness, hundreds of wildebeests rushed past, as if these things had nothing to do with each other with him. In the wildebeest's eyes, as long as the person lying on the ground is not one of their other full brothers, he can do whatever he wants. This is a typical friend, poor but not dead. Not only that, he even has legs that turn his head to look back, and interact enthusiastically with this type of medicine. Even if he has millions of people, it's natural that he doesn't love Triu Duong Chin Phi, he's still a mobile leg type. The horse goes, the lion goes, when I am hungry I rush towards the antelope herd. As soon as he rushed forward, the lioness had completely resolved the relationship. Even though he already had someone else in his stomach, he did not choose an eccentric explanation but waited for the sisters, but the sisters in the regime had no intention of advanced cooking right away. I saw it change direction and go towards Roy Khan. It was clear that he intended to inform his family that it was time for dinner. It must be said that the lion's solidarity was still very strong, especially in front of the selfish wildebeest, which further showed the lion's strength. It is a strong predator like a lion, all united, but the selfish wildebeest has never thought of linking up with the outside world. Such a group, if eaten by a predator, it cannot be changed. End. The outcome was predetermined. What else could be said? It was his request.